Hello, and welcome on my channel. This is Source Consciousness 222 channel. Welcome, my name is Guardian Reiyel, that's my esoteric name. This is a channel where I actually making monthly forecast predictions, sometimes reading in regards of the new moon, full moon, solar eclipse, lunar eclipses, and as well some astrological reading. As well, sometimes from time to time I'm presenting on this channel some kind of readings in regards of the channeling your loved ones who actually pass to the other side. And I also making a reading from Akashic records. Who am I? I am a psychic medium with a gift of clairaudience and clairvoyance. I am a psychic medium, tarot, and a runic and oracle reader. So actually, I'm reading from tarot card, runes, Celtic runes, and different type of oracles cards, especially angelic ones and Lenormand and classic cards as well. Apart from that, I am specialized with numerology, astrology, West astrology, East astrology, Feng Shui, and I'm providing to you, and I am actually a soul healing I'm actually a past regressionist. I'm a certified past regressionist, so I'm actually using a technique which is very close to the quantum healing hypnosis developed by Dolores Cannon. But this method which I am using, which I had been trained, is the soul center healing hypnosis. It's almost exact same like quantum healing hypnosis methods in the theta brainwave state, but with time actually part of it, very big part of it, is just to clean your energetical body at beginning of the session in that state from any kind of earthbound spirit, entities, or anything which is blocking you to actually be fully open, and whatever is attached to your energetical centers like chakras or your aura will be taken off, will be actually released from your aura during that session. So that session, it's helping people to unlock their full potentials, to clearly understand the life lessons which they're actually going through right now, what they have to change in their life. And in that session, obviously, apart from the releasing of blockages, you will have a moment to go into your very important past life, your previous incarnations, which will serve in goods or some information to your present lifetime, with the obstacles which you've got in front of your life, on your life, on your pathway at the moment. Those type of incarnation will be chosen by your higher conscious to show you what kind of challenges is standing in front of you and what you have to change, what you have to adjust in your life. The last part of the session is the communication with your higher conscious, In that state, your higher conscious, which is very pure and directly connected with the source energy, I could say God energy, will answer for all of your question, which you will bring before session on the registration form for this session. Okay, and that's all action. All session it's taking up to the 5 hours. Session in that theta brainwave state is from 2.5 hours up to the 3 hours. And obviously that's the kind of state where you are not knocked off. You are fully aware what is going on with you. This is kind of state like kind of lucid dreaming state when we just before you go in sleep and just after when you woke up. So it means that a lot of us might even remember our dreams, isn't it, when we waking up. If some of you doesn't remember dreams, it doesn't mean that you don't dreaming. It's just you are not aware or not fully conscious about what actually happened in that dreams. Okay, in that state you can actually travel through the time and dimensions to the correct incarnation with a lot of information in store for you. So that's all. After those sessions, a lot of people releasing their life. They know where they're going, who they are, what is their life and soul mission for this lifetime. So you can actually receive a lot of information for this, your present incarnation in this lifetime. So that's very, very important for you from the point of view of knowing for what you are had been born in here. Okay, so that's all. But this one, this reading is just a monthly forecast prediction for Earth Trine, which will be Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo sign. So I don't want to like extend it to the infinity of the time. If you want to book and find out more about me, you'll find this information on the description on my channel or below this video. And you can always find a contact as well with me in regard of my email, which is guardianreiyel@gmail.com, or my website www.guardianreiyel.com. On my website you can find out more about me. You can as well register yourself, subscribe yourself, so you could have an access to all of my practices and services, so you can choose which one you want to, and prices. And then obviously you can contact with me directly through my email or mobile phone through a WhatsApp application, which is a +44 7445 280 Your information are on this running strap below and as well in the description of the video. So please don't call me. I usually not picking up the phone, unexpected phone. If I have any other book session, I am just only picking up those phone which had been booked for a session. So you can always text me and I will answer as soon as I can, as I can. Okay, so that's all. And let's have a look to reading. And first we will start from the first cardinal sign from the earth sign, earth trine, that will be Capricorns. So what is in store for you, my dear Capricorns, in September 2024? Let's have a look in quick reading to your energy. So the major card which I had been chosen for you for this month is the initiation card with a number 29. So the energy for this month, it might be an energy when you will be initiated to understand something. You might be, your energy might actually raised up. For many of you, you might be led to certain knowledge or aha moment when you will understand where you want to go, where you're supposed to go, for what you are in here. For many of you, it might be a time, September time of your awakening. Initiation as well, for some of you which are vibrationally a little bit lower than all the other people from Capricorn, it might be a little bit harder. Why? Because first of all, this initiation might be caused and triggered by the last Pluto transition and actually transit in retrograde mode back from the Aquarius for very last time to the Capricorn, which is your sign. and on very anaretic degrees, which is the degrees between 28 degrees and 2 degrees of Aquarius, 28 Capricorn and 2 of the Aquarius. So those Pluto turning back to your zodiac for very last time, it will be the last trigger of releasement of certain things in your life. So bear that in mind. If you are a Capricorn, it might affect your potentially. Usually, if we're talking about Capricorns who are the Moon Capricorns or Sun Capricorns, you will have to look in your natal chart board, and in there you will find out in which house this transition happening with you. For obviously ascendant Capricorns, that will be house number 1, but for astrological, Sun Capricorns, I'm talking about your birth sun, which you had been born, that it wasn't Capricorn, that would be different house. For lunar Capricorns who've got a natal chart moon placed in Capricorn, that will be something different, and for those Venus one as well. But bear that in mind, that this might be affecting as well all of the cardinal zodiacs as well, because that's that will be given a obviously the square between the will be creating a square between the Capricorn, between the Cancer, Libra, and Aries. So if you've got any planet that cardinal signs between the 28 or 2 degrees, 28 of Capricorn and 2 degrees of the Aquarius, it might be certain changes going into last certain push and last certain changes in different areas of your life, in especially if that will be hitting your personal planets from your natal chart board. So bear that in mind, my dear Capricorns. So I see in here that you kind of will be initiated by this Pluto going back, and after and that will be initiation from inside, because retrograde planets usually triggering things which they are inside of us. Why, when Pluto will stop and will be kind of in a stationary position, then it will move forward again directly back to the Aquarius, and that will be quite sometimes until he will get this to Aquarius finally. So first, those changes energetically might happen to you inside of you, and then they will be triggered when Pluto will start moving back to Aquarius again. So bear that in mind. So that's why this card of initiation is very important, because you will go through the initiation and quite massive changes for you. Okay, the importance of information in here, it's saying to me that some of you are actually ready for it, some of you maybe not. It depends how much work you make internally inside of you. Okay, right. So let's go to the cards now. So Lenormand card, same for Capricorns. You've got a marriage card in here, and it's translated by another card of the documents, some certain informations. But I'm feeling in here that a lot of people in the stable relationship, I mean a long time in relationship, even in marriages, especially marriages, I see that there is a factor of miscommunication between you, between your partner. Okay, so in September, you might actually met some kind of problems with the communication matter. As well, if you are in a job for a very long time, and in September, it might be very difficulties between even your old, your surrounding environment, your colleagues, might be a little bit difficult as well. You might have the difficulties to correspond to actually communicate, and have a lot of problems to make understand each other. Okay, the second information which I see in here, there is a lot of information will be coming out because illusion is upside down, and I see the family room. It means that the family room, so in your family, in your surrounding, it might be your close family, it might be family as your surrounding in a job, so people, colleagues, which you treating as a family. So all of the kind of group which you are participated with, there will be certain information rising up as a I mean, I'm hearing a truth will comes out, okay? So whatever was illusion, whatever was actually fake, well, those information will be, those truths about that things will come out to the surface. Everyone will know. And this might be connected particularly with one of the persons which have been false. For many of you, that will be a lady, but it's so I see some information about the lady or important person in your life who giving you wrong information or spreading the wrong information. Maybe this person or this lady in your life, she might look like very knowledgeable or having, I don't know, having degree or being honest or whatever it is, but actually it's not. So it means that you will learn, don't judge the cover by the book, and the cover might be very, very interesting, but inside of the book won't be as interested. So it might be that the middle of the book will be completely empty or not worth it to be involved with. So bear in mind that there will be a lot of falsehood in regards of the some lady in your job or in your surrounding environment, whatever it will be. Another information which I'm seeing in here, it's a judge. So some of you, it might deal in September with some legal matters, some kind of, I could say, how to say it, some institutions, some, you know, some regulative institutions, whatever it is, you will have kind of choice with that, okay? So it means that it will be standing a couple of options for yourself. It depends which door you will open it. And I'm seeing in here that one door is very straightforward movement and clear, and one door is a little bit harder to open it. However, it will bring you to a little bit more challengeable way, okay? So I'm thinking that you will have a choice given by those institutions. Some of you, if you're looking for a job, you might have two proposals of the job at the same time. Bear in mind and be very thoughtful which option you will choose, because another cards which are in here, it's saying that you will be thinking a lot about those options, which of those options will be the best for you, okay? And unfortunately, I don't see that you will be have enough clear mind to choose which of those fishes as options to choose, because you probably don't know which of those options will be the best. For this reason, I'm inviting you for personal reading. If you would like to actually book the session with me, I will be very happy to clarify this for you. And another card, that's for Capricorn, the last one from Lenormand, it's saying dreams and hopes. And in here, I see the card of the love, the swans, but it's in upside down. So for many of you, it might be that, for especially single ones, if you are a single Capricorn, you might have those hopes, wishes about the love, or you probably, because your resentment or kind of disappointment in love, you might think that you probably losing a hope to find anybody, right person for yourself. The cards are given to me a suggestion that this period time of loneliness, you should actually work on to open your heart again, to actually change the way of your thinking, so release all of the resentment, release all of the past drama, and close this for a very final time, okay? Because that's the actually kind of demand to do it before you will be opening for a new love. If you won't do that cleaning or of energy and these things in your heart, you won't be able to see an options and be open to actually receive what the universe have in store for you in that matter. So that's what I'm seeing in here. Okay, so let's have a look further away for Capricorn. So if it's about tea leaf readings, I've got 3 cards for you. So I've got an elephant, and the information from elephant it's stating a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. So I'm hearing that it might be that you you went through a lot, okay? Elephants are those animals who are very gracious, but they always remember things even from their very childhood, when they were just raised. Whatever somebody make to them, good or bad, they will be always remember that, okay? So it means that you might have those kind of memory in yourselves of some bad things happening or obstacles, which you kind of need to release. It doesn't mean that you will forget that, but you need to kind of, to move forward, you will need to actually finally unclose that period of the time by the changing yourself in a physical matter, mental matter, and to just only absorb the lessons which they had been actually given to you through those circumstances. Okay, so that's very important information. Another information which I'm seeing in here for a lot of Capricorns, in September there might be some door opening for you, some new opportunities, and I see a lot of you, it might have opportunities in a business or job matter, and that's kind of things will be open for you. However, the teardrop card, which saying that if you will be still sitting in the past and having a lot of great personal sorrow and regret about what happened in the past, you might miss that opportunities. So that's why it's very important for you to actually clean your energy very well, okay? Another thing, what are your blessings for this month? 3 cards of blessing. First of all is a purpose. So in this month, it's very important for all of the Capricorns to know what is your purpose, what is the mission in your job, for what you are came in here to do, okay? Because for me, when I'm seeing this card, for all of you who finally will find the right way and path in your life, you need to clear all of the things from the past to finally go into that direction where you're supposed to go, okay? But you will find that in through the solitude, through the serendipity, and through the cleansing and cleaning your aura and energy. That's necessary in September. Anyway, I will tell you that a lot of zodiac signs have this cleaning in mind and as in their message for this month. Why? Because numerologically, we will start another universal year, numerological universal year, which will be 2025 in vibration 9. And before we reach that numerological year in this calendar month in September, and actually that's September-October time of transition, you will need to clean your energy to going fresh into that new numerological year. You really don't want to go with the dirty things which they will be stopping you to achieve something new, isn't it? So that's very, very important for all of the Capricorns, especially in your initiation period times and transits of the Pluto. So astrologically, I had been through in the astrological dice for you to see what is going on in here. So it's very, very important things is the sun in here. So look about transit of the suns, your childbirth sun, how it's resonate with those transition. Maybe it's hitting and having an conjunction, sorry, with Pluto. Especially those of you who are from the decade of the Capricorns who might be affected. And I see house 11 upside down and your sign Capricorn. So this is all about I see September all about you and your participation with a kind of group projects, personal projects and things like that. And I see that you might be a person who either have I'm seeing the situation that some of you might be how to say it, might be seen by those people in that group or in that team as a person who is too egoistical or who is too direct, too cold, and things like that. So for many of you, if you are a Capricorn working in social media, you will try to have to work to warm up your kind of the way how people see you, okay, the way how people actually describing you. And the only one way how to do that is just to show your true self, your hard work, but not in an offensive way, but in a calm way, to show how good you are in certain tasks, that your task, your services might be very important and helpful for many of people. So if you are a leader, if you are a manager, you will have to work to change your work style and attitude towards more towards the people and team player, rather than being very aggressive, egoistic, or being pushing things from the position of the power. If you can change that, unfortunately, September, it might be very difficult for you, especially dealing with a group of the people, because it will be a lot of resistance from them towards your person. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. If it's about the Celtic runes given me a situation that you are actually many of you, it might reach some point in your career when you are recognized, when you have some better position or whatever it is. However, you always run for the success. Obviously, that's a kind of normal things for all of the Capricorns, isn't it? You are all very determined and job-wise and very good workers and employees. However, I see that the month in this month will be the TAURUS Celtic runes, which is saying to you that look upon your health, because many of you might actually have some health problems and you will need to check out yourself, or maybe you can't deal with all of those tasks on your back in September because it will be too heavy for you. Okay, so don't be afraid to cooperate, because the solution for this month is the cooperation. Because in other runes, the final runes, it's a rune of the Erthas, which is a rune of cooperation, of the partnerships. It's very important to not be stubborn and to actually be more open to the people and to the cooperation in September. Okay, so now we will have tarot dice card information. So I'm seeing the Five of the Pentacles. Five of the Pentacles, that's the first information in here. It states to me that you might be, that's going to the past, obviously, but in the past, it might be that you were maybe not achieving things because of the lack of the self-esteem, or somebody tried to actually push you in a corner, or you might be in a person, some of you, it might be actually struggling because you don't have you are not very well paid for a job, or you don't have a job. So I see some financial difficulties which are going to the past. And in this month, the most challenging things will be Knight of the Swords. Knight of the Swords is the energy which is very quick in judgment, very quick in actions. It's all about implementing things, changes, and being very swift in that changes. However, if I'm seeing Knight of the Swords upside down, it means that you might have a rush and a lot of different vision thoughts, which they might be very offensive, obstacles, some kind of thoughts and thinking which might trigger the other people. It might be very offensive or things like that. Trying to exchange that energy to be more smarter and more strategic in your endeavor, in your work, in your job, or even in your personal life. Okay, that's the way how you can win, but you need to have a strategy plan and not being pushed or triggered to do something. And the last card is the Page of the Swords. Page of the Swords saying, before you act, before you speak in this month, you make very good research. Okay, before you judge anybody, before you do or say something, just think thoroughly. Why I'm saying that? Because there is the way how you will be communicating this month, the way how you will be acting towards people, it will be very triggering. And that's why on the top of this spread, I see the card of the Star. But Star is very connected with emotions, if in the politeness, calmness, kindness, and things like that. So that's what you need to implement in this month to actually went through all of those obstacles and challenges in this month for you. So now we will go to your your tarot predictions. That will be based on the Celtic cross spread. And let's have a look for all of you, my dear Capricorns, what actually September will have in store for you. Okay, so let's have a look. Capricorns and this month, September month for Capricorns. Let's have a look. What is in store for Capricorns in this month, in September 2024? What is in store for all of the Capricorns? Capricorns, September 2024. Okay. Good. Let's have a look what is going on with you at the moment. So what I see at the moment, it's your energy, Queen of Pentacles, upside down. Reverse, 2 of Pentacles reverse, 10 of Pentacles reverse, 2 of Cups reverse, 6 of Swords reverse, and the Page of Cups. And then the bottom line is a 3 of Cups, 9 of Cups reverse, and a Queen of Cups. So basically, in the center is the 2 of Cups reverse. So you might dealing with the people or might have problems in your personal life relationships, in marriages in this month. Or this, I think that energy is a kind of transition from the August into the September. So those problems might be actually happening previously rather than in this month. But what I'm seeing in here, it's a lot of problems in regard of the money spent, financial matter. I see a lot of being unsatisfied about your money, about your budget, about a lot of things in regards of that. And I'm seeing that you would like to actually see yourself more prosperous. And some of you who are in relationships and they are not going direction of the like long-term commitment, or maybe they are not going into the direction where you want to, maybe you're thinking that that person who you are dealing with is just putting you juggling you, or maybe that person doesn't consider or doesn't want a long-term relationship or commitment. So that's what I'm seeing here. Or maybe doesn't want the children as well. So there will be a decision in front of you. Either you want to stay in this relationship or move forward. If it's about job-wise matter, I see that you might cooperate with the people who might be very difficult. And then on top of that, there are some factors of thinking and feeling that you are not really appreciated, or you are not paid enough, or things like that. So you might actually look and think to finally go maybe to the direction or a job for a position where you will be more happy with yourself. Let's have a look at what is the warnings, my dear Capricorns, in here. The warnings are 3 of Cups, 4 of Cups, and 8 of Wands. So I would say I will look on those people surrounding you. And I see that a lot of people who might actually surround you, who usually you, maybe a couple of years ago or maybe a couple of months ago, you cooperate with them very well. Everything was all right. But now it's kind of becoming very boring, very pale, and maybe you are not so happy to cooperate with these people no more. So that's why I'm seeing that there is a lot of energy like miscommunication, not understanding each other. That's kind of things I'm seeing, and which had been actually shown in the actually previous cards and decks. So let's have a look now what actually is in store for you for this month. I will first put this card on spread, and then I will be actually referring that to you, okay? So wait for a moment. And additional information, that will be Sun Capricorns, which they have birth Sun in Capricorn, Lunar Capricorns, Venus Capricorns, and a standard one. Okay. And the base of the situation if is the Five of Swords upside down. Let's have a look. What is this Five of Swords upside down? This is energy where we're coming from, okay? Lack of the happiness. Lack of the happiness in the relationship, lack of the happiness in your job. There is a lot of dramas I hear in here. There is a lot of competition. There is a lot of like allies and enemies. And I don't see that you are actually enough successful where you are right now. So that's why you might thinking about to move forward. A lot of you. In the center of your spread for this month, you've got a King of Wands upside down. And the King of Wands, it might be a person who you are dealing with. It might be a person who are either you have a personal clash in a job. That could be a person from the fire sign. That should be Aries, Leo, or Capricorn. Sorry, or Sagittarius. And that person actually getting on your nerves. I see there lots of competition between you and those persons sometimes, and that leads to a lot of disappointment. I see there not very nice conversation between you both. This might be your boss as well. So whatever who is, it's not really nice situation, okay? It's became toxic. Apart from that, it doesn't make you happy. Sure, in here there is a winner and there is a loser, okay, in that situation. And I'm seeing it as well that if you are in certain jobs or you've got a relationship with that person, I don't see that you or maybe you want to be like this King of Wands, being a leader, manager or something, but unfortunately you are not successful in that place, or maybe in that relationship or in the family, whatever it is. Why? The reason for that, that your energy is very forceful. I see the Strength card and Knight of Swords. So you are ready, or you want to be a leader, you want to manage people, but however, the way how you're doing it, it might be very forceful, it might be not acceptable for a certain reason, or by the people who you have to deal with, either your family or either the people in the job. So bear that in mind. Like I said, communication and different approach, that will be better solution for that. What actually going to the past, what kind of energy is going to the past? Some kind of problem in the family, problems as well, like being alienated from the family as well. I see the situation where you actually not really well manage the relationship between you and your children. Some of you, if you had a situation with somebody from the past try to come back to you, you might actually not seen any perspective to actually stay with or given a chance to that person. And there is a lot of judgment in regards of the how you're dealing with people and how you correspond with the people, okay? So that's kind of things. But this is going, those judgment is going to the past. Now you're actually focusing on the Chariot cards for whole month. How to move forward, how to resolve situation, especially in a job, difficulties in a job, how to get to the situation where you can keep the job without any obstacles, without any problems with somebody. And that will be the area of the focus, where you want to go, what you want to achieve, and things like that. That's in the career matter. The same approach, it might be for those people who are in long-term relationship. It might be in regard of the changing the way how you interact with family members, your wife, your children, especially. Because what I'm seeing here as a challenge is the communication with your children, one of your children. The way how you're supposed to start communicate, like I said, is should be less directive, but more like kind of emotional connection, rather than being a boss or chef to your children, okay? That's not a job. That should be completely different kind of relationship between you and your children. For some of you, the reason how you want to move forward is just because you want to be successful, you want to move forward, you want to achieve something, and that's why you will try to find out a way to get there. Okay, in this, what actually this month bringing to you is the 10 of Wands upside down. So it might be a situation where you don't want to do it no more very hard job, very hard work. You might be actually very much so having enough of toxicity of the situation, and definitely you want to speak, and you will be speaking about that with your boss, with your chef. You might speak in this and correspond with your partner about that. You might thinking about changing job. You might speaking with your partner about that as well, or maybe you will try to you're thinking that you are worth it more for a better opportunity, for a better position, or something like that. And the High Priestess, that will be your energy in this month. So you will have some access to the intuition thinking. You might receive a lot of informations, and you might be making those research. A lot of you, I'm hearing and I'm seeing that will be visiting some kind of people like me, to getting advice, to be guided, to have an access to kind of spiritual level, to make you understand what is actually going on in your life. Feel welcome to actually be open and book the session with me. I will be very happy about that. But external energy is the Four of the Wands. So whatever actually is triggering you, whatever is changing, is actually not happening from the surrounding environment. It's more happening on internal level in yourself, because the surrounding environment is in a very calm energy. That's the Four of the Wands, and it's represented by the Knight of the Pentacles. So if I'm talking about your partner, if I'm talking about your wife or husband, this person wouldn't contribute in this month to put you in the nerve mode, in the stress or something like that. I see that it's more about your internal work, about your way of thinking, your way of moving forward things, and not being happy where you are right now. Okay, for those people who are singles, this month, it might be a month where you finally will try to find a place for yourself, and when you will be looking for a new love opportunities, the best places will be some kind of gardens, nice places where you can drink coffee, enjoy the life, restaurants, but very close to nature. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. There is a chance that you will find new people. If that contacts will end up as a long-term relationship, I can't tell that from those spreads. However, it might be that you will need to have taken a break, okay, and go for that date. Maybe you need to find someone new, some new persons. Okay. So what is your fears and what is your hopes for this month? I see that your hopes are into the finally find a way, find the entrance to unclose some old cycles in your life, because it might be something which is going on and on, like in the cycle mode, which you want to finally finish, and you want to kind of find out the answer, what you need to do to achieve that. And I think this is very much so connected with those Pluto transition to your zodiac sign and going back for very last time. And I see that in a calm mode, in a meditation, you will finally, or through some kind of session, therapeutic session, or some kind of things, you will find an answer, final answer for that. But how you ending up this month? You're ending up this month in the Knight of Swords energy. So it might be very stressful, it might be very nervous month, but that will be nervous and stress inside of you rather than externally. Okay, you have to understand that. Why? Because you might actually want to finally learn a lesson and go from the situation, dramas, and people surrounding environment which is triggering you, and to make that movement, you need to kind of organize the plan, and you have to be very wise and not quick of implementing something, or not and acting without actually proper strategy. I'm saying in here that you need to be more clever, you need to be more how to say it, a person who can predict somebody's reaction, or who can predict the consequences of your action. That's very important in this month. So that's general information which I am seeing for you, but let's have a look. Is there any additional information for any of those Capricorns for this month by the reoccurring patterns of the cards, so I can lead you and direct you in this month in a good direction? So let's have a look. The Chariot, 7, 10, Knights, Trine. Actually, there's none of the cards which they are repeating themselves, so I will go through to the final counting and guidance. That will be 14, 22, 19, 17, 2, 12, 14, 18, 17, 29, that's 7. That's a Chariot card. Chariot card saying to you as a final direction for this month is go forward, leave something which doesn't work. The way forward is the movement forwards in your career, in your development. If you will stay in that place where you are, you only will be regretting and will become even more frustrated. Okay, so for a lot of you will be a movement and career, movement even or relocating to different place, movement moving from one house to another, from one city to another. And definitely in that movement, you need to kind of, first of all, release yourself from negativity, negative circumstances, and what happened in the past. Clean your energy and open yourself for some better life, okay, in September. But that's the work which you need to do in yourself. Another counting, that's 14, 14, and 19, so that's 23, 33, 41, 51, 58, 68, 74, 74, 75, 95, 95, and 107. That's 17 card. That's the star card. Think about your dreams coming true. Think about those stars which you want to achieve and make the correct plan, like I said, to achieve that. The 17 cards start saying that you need to kind of change yourself internally as well, being more kind, more open, more emotional, available as well to achieve certain things as you want to. Think about the good karma, okay? So it's like you're working internally on yourself to finally reach the point where you will be build up connection on the positive karma rather than negative. That's the kind of demand and obstacles of this month. So another additional information for you that will be for Zodiac Capricorns with a natal sun present in Capricorn, the moon, Venus, and rising Capricorn. So the Zodiac Capricorns, Sun Capricorns, they've got 3 of the Pentacles translated by the World card. For many of you, this month is a very good month for a new projects, a new kind of opportunities. However, there is a demand and key to finish, first of all, old progression and old projects to open for some kind of new one. So at the same time, you might juggling both things at the same time, like finishing old project and at the same time going into the new project or new direction. So that's kind of information I've got for you. For the moon Capricorns, which they've got the birth moon present in Capricorns, you've got the card of the Empress upside down and two of the chalices, 2 of cups. Altogether, they're given a 5 card. It might be a problems in the marriages or in the relationships. If you are in a relationship, the problems might be in regards of the lack of the self-esteem. It might be being not confident how you look. Maybe it's a time to actually invest how you look, going to the gym or work on yourself, beautify yourself, or whatever it is. There is some kind of lack. For those who are single, it might be a situation that you are seeking some relationship, but you are not getting because you don't feel attracted enough, or maybe you have to first work on how you look and things like that. So bear that in mind. That's the information for you in regards of the moon Capricorns. If it's about those people who've got a Venus, their Venus in Capricorns, the information for you is the Seven of Wands and the Temperance. Very important in here in this month is for all of the Capricorns to build up certain boundaries. These boundaries are necessary to have a good balance between work and play, work and fun, work and family life. Even in the family life, in your if you are married or in the long-term relationship, the saying in here that you can't let people, your children or your partner, to actually overuse your time where you don't have even a minute for yourself. Okay, so that's the kind of awareness what I'm seeing in here, that you will be fight for a time for yourself, for rejuvenation. And the last, that's a rising Capricorns who've got an ascendant of their natal chart board, radix, in Capricorn. In here, I see the Hierophant, and it's translated by Nine of the Swords. If you are a person on the highest position, like manager or anybody who is actually leading the people, I see a lot of problems, a lot of struggleness, some anxiety, some stress, and things like that in September. Very much so connected with your position. If it's about the people, if you are a person who are working for your bosses, it might be that your bosses will be pressurize you to that stage when you will be very causing you anxiety, problem with sleeping, and things like that. If it's about the people who are in marriages, I see that a marriage or some problems in a marriage might cause those stressful situations as well. All right, so that's all for you, my dear Capricorns. That's all reading which I have in store for you. I hope that that's helping will help to you. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button and trigger the notification bell to obviously receive some notification about the next videos on my channel. And I would really, really appreciate if you will leave any comments or share this content for somebody who you knew and with who this reading very clearly resonate. Okay, that's all for you. Thank you very much. Now I'm inviting you for a little bit short break. After the break, we will be making a reading for Tauruses. After premiere, you will be able to skip any breaks in between those readings using the timings pinned as a comment underneath this video, but that will be after premiere. Okay, so for now, I'm saying goodbye and see you soon on maybe next reading for next following months. Okay, so that's all for you. All the best for you, dear Capricorns. Welcome after break, and now we will be making a reading for a monthly forecast for September 2024 for all of the Aries. So welcome Aries, for all of the Tauruses, sorry. So welcome all of the Tauruses, and let's go and have a look what is in store for you. Right, okay. So as you see, I put a card for you already. So let's go and have a look now how we can help you with this month, okay? So the first card, which is a card giving a major direction for this month for all of the Tauruses, is the card called Sunset, okay? Significant number might be for you number 7. And this energy of this card actually stating for me that for many of you, it's a kind of situation when you will be sitting and thinking very vigilantly before you will make some kind of decision about where you want to go in your life, okay? Obviously, I'm not saying that September will be a month when you will make this decision, but it will be a lot of way of thinking of how your life looks like, what you can actually still do with your life, and you will be dreaming and you will try to thinking about something which will be which you want to achieve, like certain circumstances in your life which will potentially will make you happier, stronger, or things like that. But this is something which you can't actually get or can't achieve yet, at least in September, or for some of you even in long time. So it's kind of realization what else I can do, or what else I can do in my life to make it myself more happier, okay, to make myself get where I want to be, even if life is presenting an obstacles or I've made some kind of wrong decision in the past. So that's what I'm seeing in here. So it's kind of saying goodbye to all of those memories and all of those things which you actually gone through already. Particularly, I see two energies in the Lenormand card. So the first energy, it might be some problems or mistakes or wrong decision in regards of the house. So many of the Tauruses might be regretting that you sell the house, or you bought the wrong property, or you don't have property, or you lost the job or money, because I see the situation that is translated is the card of the card which is actually like kind of pushing you to make some kind of uncomfortable assumption and to understand the consequences of your wrongdoing in your past, okay? So in here, I'm seeing the situation where you might regret something, you might regret some of your decision, you might regret of certain circumstances which you actually, in which of those circumstances which there had been obstacles, you didn't make the right move, or you didn't make the right choice. And the consequences of that, you actually having up to this time. So that might be very long-term past. It's not the recent past. It's kind of a very, very long-term past behind. This might be connected all with the family choices or due to the house matter, a lot of more. So that kind of karma actually going back to you constantly, and you're trying to finally making a judgment on that and learn from that. Okay. So that is one thing which I've seen in here. The second thing is in regards of the chaos in your life. If I'm saying about the chaos, it's about to finally find a solution and finally the right path for yourself to go from the places where it's because I'm seeing that in your life it was always some kind of a lot of dramas. a lot of chaotic way of doing things, handling things. It might be that you actually try to doing a couple of things at the same time in very like kind of chaotic period of time. It might be that actually September will be very chaotic energetically for you, because I see that's a lot of going on, and there's a lot of people, or maybe people in a job, they might be very that might be a people who don't want to don't know what to do, how to do it. It's a lot of chaos in the workplace or in your family or whatever it is, and it's a kind of must of giving those people the right direction, what they actually supposed to do, when and what. Okay, so if you are in a certain position, you might to deal with some young people, especially children or whatever it is, or some people in the businesses who are less experienced than you, and you will need to delegate them direct coach or support based on their abilities and willingness. So that's what I'm seeing here as well, kind of leading a way or leading a pathway for them. But it will be very at the same time very chaotic, very demandful in the September. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. For some of you as well is the kind of way of thinking, no, again I have to deal with something or somebody. Okay, but at the same time, those situations pushing you to the certain decision in your life to maybe choose different path of your career, different path of doing it, whatever it is, it's a challenge. Okay, September as well, giving you a challenges in regard of your personal life. Look where your personal decision and love life might affect your kind of financial securities. Okay, it might be as well if you are in relationships. I see, I will be honest in here, you've got a tendency to actually to create relationship with the people who are kind of people who are after your money or after some kind of benefits from this relationship, financial way, or job in the job matter or whatever it is. Those people usually looking just about the money in relationship, not about anything else. It might be a relationship as well with the ladies or some passive person in any kind of relationship who is actually very only sexual matter thinking, only given himself or herself just to benefit them financially or things like that. The way how I'm seeing in here, that it's a lot of time that you're actually choosing the wrong people, the wrong partners, and then you're thinking, but because this situation might be reversed as well. It might be a lot of Tauruses acting like that if I will find a rich man or if I will find a rich lady, I will be better off. This is completely wrong, because the way to actually release this energy is actually to see the shadow, which actually is in this private matter situations. So the shadow is that if you want to get your money, you will need to work on yourself to get them. Okay, if that person is with you just because of the money and some kind of different interest, sooner or later maybe she or he will find someone else who will be much more actually or richer than you. So bear that in mind in any kind of relationship which you've got. September is the kind of month when you're supposed to realize that, and I hope that you will do that. If it's about a leaf tarot leaf reading, I see the three symbols. You've got a grasshopper, which is giving you an advice and actually information that situation is in the balance. And it's required careful handling. So that might be as well the situation in regard of your personal relationship or relationship in your job. It's a lot of chaotic energy, like I said, in this month for you. The next symbol is a harp, which is giving you a great happiness. It don't get me wrong, apart from those business chaotic thinking or the things of improvement in certain areas, you will have a good times in the meantime. But it's very important as well to, for some of you who don't have, you are not you know, teenager no more, things like that. I see that people in much older age, I could say 50s, 60s or above, you need to, when you will have a great happiness time, make sure that you making the right choices in regards of your health, okay? Because I see that you might go in certain things with to certain places and with certain people will make you happy, but at the same time, you know, it doesn't looking after your health. So that's kind of thing which is adjustable information for you for this month. Another thing, what is actually blessing cards for you given for September? It's a lot of soulmates. So those people who are in a relationship when you feel that you find your soulmate, that you understand yourself completely, sometimes without a word. So, it will be a nice time spending together. However, this month will bring in a mood cycle. So one time you will feel very good, one time not very well. So it's not every single day or every single part of the September will be good to meet with these people, especially if you would have good approach or good vibration to do that, okay? This is all connected with the shadow side of yours. Shadow means those kind of triggers or situation which they are triggering you or causing a problem with your mood, swift of the mood, and a bad kind of behavior. And this is kind of a month to work on that, okay? So that's all what I see in that card. The positive things is that all of those demands or challenges in this month will actually push you further away to work with your shadow. Okay, astrologically, I see the astrological house number 9 upside down. I see the sign of the Sagittarius and negative energy of the Saturn. So in this month, it will be very important for you, the 9th house. It's very connected with the way how your kind of way of thinking, your system of the belief, system of the faith, or whatever it is. And Sagittarius saying as well that it might be connected as well with lack of the tolerance for certain people, nationalities, or it might be some kind of obstacles or some problems in the corresponding with the people with a different vision, different view of something. So at the same time, you might have problems or some clashes with your bosses or some people in the power where they will have a different vision than yours, okay? For some of you, it might be a problems with the transport, with the traveling. If you're planning any travels for September, you might find some kind of obstacles on that in that time. So bear that in mind that this period maybe is not ideal for a vacation or to plan some kind of journeys or holidays abroad, okay? The Saturn upside down, it's saying that this house will need to, you will have to learn from that Saturn, and sometimes hard lessons from the people who might actually showing you that you are wrong. And this is something which you as a Taurus might have a lot of problems, especially in kind of ideology, the way of thinking, the way of the way how you think in the social matter or religious belief or something. Somebody will be actually forcing you and challenge you in that area. So that's what I'm seeing here. Another dice, that's Celtic rune dice, and they saying that energy which you have previously, which was the rune Sovilo, which was very energetic. You probably have very good energy on previous months, or you were felt like you can achieve everything. This month actually won't be like that. That energy going to the past, and energy which will be challengeable is to deal with some kind of situation where you can't move forward, you can't develop yourself, and you need to deal with certain circumstances in yourself. And that Ingua's energy, it's saying that you need to change from inside. Okay, so this month will be giving you a lot of challenges to question yourself, or question your belief, question your system, or whatever it is. The positive things from that will giving you a room of the prosperity, abundance, fehu. The fehu is actually giving you when you will be working internally on yourself, or you know, work on certain projects, businesses, in the details, and you will change some things in that. You will finally see that that will might giving you some opportunities in different areas or different direction to go. So this month is very good to make an internal job, an internal work, and see what is in store in there, where you can plant seed for a future to actually profit from that. What is actually in a tarot dice? This is very interesting. So this month is all about where you are unhappy, or with who you are unhappy with. Okay, because the King of the Chalices upside down, it's stating that in this month the life will challenge you in that areas where you are unhappy. If you are not in a very satisfying relationship, you might actually will have to work on that in September. If you are not in a happy place due to the job wise, you will have to work on that as well. Six of the Swords is going to the past, but this is a kind of energy which I'm seeing that you might have a situation that you actually question yourself several times. Do I stay or do I leave from this relationship? Do I stay or do I want to change my job? Or it might be a situation that you had been away in the, you know, in the holiday time, even in different country, and now you have to go back to the reality in September. That's what I'm seeing here. What will be challenging in here? It's your card. It's a Hierophant card. To being on top of your task list and demands and goals for your job and for your position. So that will be kind of it will be a lot of things when you will have to lead somebody, train somebody. So there's a lot of information which we actually see previously. The Ace of Wands, it means for that future energy for this month, that you might don't have a power, energy, or enthusiasm to actually achieve that and to work on that. Maybe it's just because you're going back to the routine and actually nothing changed, and you are not very enthusiastic about that. Okay, so that's all. Now we will see what is actually in the future given to you in the month of this September. Let's have a look. Okay, so in the spread we've got Ten of Swords, Ace of Cups upside down, Two of Wands upside down, Eight of Pentacles upside down, in the center Six of Pentacles reverse, then Page Pentacles, then King of Wands, and then Queen of Pentacles, and then Chariot reverse. So Ten of Swords energy saying to me that you're finishing something. Okay, for many of you it's stating that in the center of this bed is a Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles reverse, it's saying that it's not equal give and take, either in your relationship, either in your job. Okay, for that reason you might think that you are overworked, you are given too much for your employer, or you are too stressed and this situation doesn't make you happy no more. For some of you, you might actually resigning from the position or finishing position, or you might quit already. Okay, you might quit as well the certain relationship. What you want to go and achieve is the future abundance and prosperity and stability, and some position when you will be a leader, you will be supervisor, and you will be a person who will be listen rather than person who will be doing things. Okay, and that's what you want to change. What actually are some highlights and awarenesses which you, and what kind of things you need to look at and be aware of for as obstacles and warnings for this month? That's a Two of Wands upside down, Two of Cups, and Page of Wands upside down. Definitely, you need to look after if you are in present in a relationship. They saying that cooperation and working together and the plans which you've got both of you might be not comparable. Maybe each one of you have a different plans for life, and that's actually something which you can't build up on that. Maybe it's nice to have a relationship, have somebody, but actually the direction where you're going together is not the same direction, okay? So bear that in mind in the long term. The same things with the employee. I see in here unhappiness, dissatisfaction, and want to be going somewhere else, okay? So that's what I'm seeing in the cards. So let's have a look in the Celtic cross for Tauruses. And additional informations, Sun Tauruses, Lunar Tauruses, Virgo Tauruses, and the Rising Tauruses for this month. Okay. Back of the spread, the star. The star is the place where you want to go, achieving some kind of dreams, some kind of life which you wishing for, and you want to actually make this life for yourself. So you want to manifest those dreams. You want to move forward with a lot of them. Good energy for this month is that in center you've got the sun. The sun, it might suggest that important person in your life. It might be somebody who is in the from Leo, but as well it might be a person from the fire trine, important, like Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Very important might be your children for yourself in this month, and as well the achievement or following by this success, and you are full of power to do something to achieve what you want to. You are ready to actually destroy all of the obstacles on your way. So that's actually quite positive, what I'm seeing here. The reason for that is a motivation which you're receiving from somebody who is close to you. That's a lady figure. That could be your mom, your grandma. It could be somebody who is close to your heart, maybe close friends. But it's a definitely lady figure. And this person actually make you realize sometimes that you might actually wasting your time in certain areas or in certain relationship. It might be as well your official partner who actually may be trying to explain to you that or want more from you, okay? So that's what I'm seeing in here. You want definitely more from your life, okay? What is going to the past? 10 of Wands upside down. So to the past is going situation where you had been overloaded with a task, some additional job on you, and as well for a lot of Tauruses who are ladies, I see the time when you had been overloaded with a task, looking around the children, looking around the job, looking around a lot of more about your projects. And probably you didn't even have a time for yourself or for your own personal plans. That's what I'm seeing here. But this is going to the past. So let's have a look what will be area of your focus in this month. That's a High Priestess card, upside down, 5 of Cups, Strength, and the 2 of Cups. The High Priestess upside down, it means that, first of all, you might regret something from the past, wrong decision. There might be some secrets going on, so to the surface. So it might come, and I think that that's a kind of something hidden truth about you. about the personal life, about the emotional life, about the partnerships or whatever it is, there is some regrets in regards of being betrayed or betray someone else. I see that a lot of times it was triggered because you didn't work on your shadow self or on your dark side, and now you are ready actually to work on you and actually to be empowered to find a new love or new opportunities which will be fulfilling you. But at the same time, you will be need to going through those shadow work and shadow kind of seeing yourself in the mirror as you are, probably not in a light perspective or in a positive perspective. You need to see your shadows, your lies or things like that. You can't be you need to confront yourself with the truth. Okay, so that's what I'm saying here. If you won't do that, I see that nobody else will believe in that. I see that the truth might come out, especially about the lies of the cheating, you know, things like that. I don't it's hard to describe exactly what it is, but I see that some kind of truth coming out. What will be positive things to use in this month is to share your life with the people who you love, with the children, with your children, with the people who are giving you a positive mood and things like that, with the places, even by yourself. I'm seeing you be going to the places, surroundings, or spending time with the family, which actually makes you feel better. What is this month bringing to you? New opportunities. A lot of you might have some opportunities to go for some kind of parties, for some kind of I don't know, going to theater, going to for some kind of musicals, something would make you more happier. Okay, and I see that that will be more with some going with some lady figures as well, to see, look for something, feeling a little better, a little bit vibration lift up. For some of you as well will be some kind of looking for a wish coming true, which it means that you will be determined to look for something to change your life for better. Okay, for some of you there might be kind of invitation for dates, for things like that, but that will be according to people who are single Taurus rather than in a relationship, because your energy is in the Six of the Swords reverse, translated by the Ace of Pentacles and Knight of Wands, which is saying that a lot of time, and in this month is as well the risk that you don't move forward in regards of the better opportunities, if you will be sticking to your past. Okay, so it's very good to change over this card into the Six of the Swords to see some opportunities around you, because if you are in a mode of regret or in the past, you can't see the future opportunities. What is the energy coming towards you from the outside? Eight of Swords, translated by Page of Swords and Eight of Wands. So that's your energy of your surroundings. If we're talking about the people surrounding you in your job, they saying that that's the people who are very much so, they are, I could say they don't see things. They might spy on you for social media. They might talking and spreading information about you and trying to block you from. There is a lot of mistrust in here, and there is a lot of way of like trying to control you or your decision, and especially if we're talking about the relationship which you are with, this person doesn't believe you completely. It's all the time controlling, checking you and things like that. If it's about the people who are single and looking for a new love life opportunities, I'm seeing that you're meeting people through the social media, like some kind of dating apps. And I see a lot of information between you and that person, but those persons are for some reason blocked to you. They might actually need some more time, more discussion, more research, making more research about you until they will say yes for to meeting you or to progress the relation forward. it's about those people who are looking for a jobs. This card saying to me that to find the right jobs, it's not only good to see or send a CV forward. It's very important to making a research about the company and actually convince your future employer what is the special thing that you want to actually stay in this business or not the other ones. Okay, so that's kind of thing I'm seeing. The Two of Swords, which is fears. The fears which I'm seeing in here is the Two of Swords upside down and translated by the Queen of Cups and the Hierophant. The Two of Swords, it might be the disagreement with this Queen of Chalices. That might be somebody as well from the zodiac sign like Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Disagreement with this person in regards of the future development of your relationship. Maybe one of you wants to be married. Maybe one of you wants to have stabilized a commitment between you, but one of you doesn't want it. And there is a disagreement, and there is something which you are worried about, that this might actually coming across and actually causing a breakup of this relationship. So that's kind of things. You might be as well a fear about opinions of somebody more older than you from your family. It might be a grandma, it might be a mother, it might be an aunt, whatever it is, and their opinions about your life, about your choices, or whatever it is. This month, you're unfortunately finishing with the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is not a very good card. This card is saying that you might in this month going to your past. It might be that might have some sad times when you will regret something what you did, what you've done. There will be a lot of lonely times in your home where you might, don't feel very well. You might feel lonely. You might feel regretful about some kind of choices, and you might cry even for some of you. But the positive things from that kind of thing is to finally meet your emotion, finally releasing those emotions which they were not fully acknowledged by you, okay, in your normal life. There is a lot of regrets, but at the same time there is a potential for a new future. But until we will not like agree what was happened and in the past and fully release that, we won't be able to build up some new better life. Okay, so I think there is a lot of I think you are ready to move forwards. You are very focused on the happiness in your life, because it's a lack of happiness. You really are focused to achieve that happiness very much so in your life, but sometimes past dragging you to not very nice information or not very circumstances from your past, which you need to finally work on and release from your shadow side. So that's all what I have for you, my dear Tauruses. But let me actually count additional information from the spread. Don't go yet. Let me just put this card away, and let's have a look if we have any additional information in the spread for you. So there's none of the cards which they are doubling themselves, so I will go directly to the final guidance. So that will be 19, 28, 28, 31, 41, 51, 53, 54, 64, 78, 85. 8 and 5 given a number of 13. So it's a kind of that's a death card. Death card saying about the past, saying about the transition from the past, saying about that's a kind of a way of contemplation or about time passing through, about something which we regret from the past. The thing is, past is in the past. It doesn't, you can't change the past, you can only move forward. So the best solution for it is just to learn the lesson from the past and finally unclose that, okay? And then start build up The only reason to actually confront yourself with the past is just to release your fears, release everything what is blocking in your shadow side, what is actually causing you and leading you to the wrong decision in the past, and then learn from that. Okay, and then kind of mobilize yourself, organize yourself, and organize your life again. Okay, so that's the first information. Second information is a 928, so that's 6, 19, 9, that's 7, 9, 24, 14, 16, 21. And again, the second counting is the card of the world, and card of the world saying if you want to finish and open for a kind of new cycle, a new better time in your life, you need to close the cycle, and you need to kind of make yourself comfortable with your past and unclose completely. Okay, to go to the new cycle, to the new blank page of your life and things like that. That's why this is something that might be for many of you who don't like shadow work with yourself and inner work with yourself, have to go through as a challenging thing. So additional information for those of you with different planets and different things in place in the Taurus. So for those of you who are astrological Tauruses, so your natal birth sun is placed in Taurus and you have been born in the months of the Taurus, you've got an 8 of Wands, and it's translated with a card of the Death. So it's a final closure of your past, and life, it doesn't like stagnation, and there will be a lot of movement in this month for you, and a lot of opportunities, a lot of communication, but even through the social media and things like that. So there is an ending and there is a beginning. Either in the you might meet new people as a new friends, as a new potential dates, or you will receive some, if you end up in a job or you finish some kind of job somewhere, there might be some information and answers and opportunity present to you very quickly and swiftly in this month. The challenge is leave the past behind and open for a new. Okay, so that's kind of situation I'm seeing here. For lunar Tauruses, we've got a natal moon in place in Tauruses in your natal chart board. You've got a Hermit card, upside down, reverse, translated by the 7 of Wands. For you will be more kind of working on the kind of breakthrough moment inside of you. I see a lot of shadow work. It's a necessity to look inside of you. Look where you where you are not defending yourself, where you can't, when you're pleasing others, when you don't have proper boundaries, where you are very lonely even in the presence of the circumstances of the people around you. There is something which you need to kind of destroy, the way you're thinking about yourself, the way how you approaching your life. I see that you need to kind of crush the old structure. You need to kind of born again. You know what I mean? And to do that, you will need to actually seek and build up your motivation and self-esteem. Okay, but this is kind of inner work which you need to do. Due to the job-wise or some certain difficult circumstances in your life, unfortunately, this card saying that it will be quite challengeable in this month. In this month, you will have to deal with them very alone, okay, by yourself. For a Venus Tauruses, which they got a birth Venus in a Taurus, I see the Judgment card, reverse and translated by the 9 of Wands. This is very much so card corresponding with a Pluto, and this card altogether given a card of the power, force, strength, and this month will be much challengeable for you. You might be very disappointed, or you might be pushed into the wall by the certain people, surroundings, family, or whatever who it is. in regards of your either financial matter and job, or either a personal matter, which is love, there is a lot of judgment, and unfortunately you will have to defend yourself in that circumstances. So there will be a lot of people actually putting a blame on you, or you know, things like that. It's a matter, and it's very important to heal your as well childhood time. The way how your parents actually treating you, the way how your parents actually were growing you, you know, I mean, raising you. It's a lot of things released, which need to be released from your childhood, from the subconscious mind, okay? And the last thing, it's guidance for September 2024 for rising Tauruses, which they got your ascendant from your natal chart board placed in Tauruses. For you is a King of Cups reverse, translated by the Three of Pentacles. This is more due to the job matter. If you are in the job, and surrounding environment of the job is very toxic, if you don't like what you're doing, if you don't have a passion for what are you doing, you will need to kind of release yourself finally. And this month will be a crucial month to realize that the only thing what is blocking you is that you don't have actually positive emotion towards what you're doing. If you are in relationships where you are unhappy, and you see that ideas and project of certain person who you are corresponding with, and obviously your lover is not having the same ideas or the same project in mind like you've got, it might be a time that you finally supposed to understand that for some of you it's just finally realizing that you can't actually progress this relationship any further, because the only thing what is actually connecting you maybe is just on physical matter, but all the other things which are important for you, like job wise, money wise, project wise, life wise, they are not actually the same thing you wish for. So this is a reminder that maybe it's good to understand that this is not the actually material for a long-term relationship. Okay, so that's all for you, what I had, my dear Tauruses. I wish you all the best month for you. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave a comment and hit that like button, so you can trigger and trigger the notification bell, so you could be informed and update on any other new videos and readings for you in the next following months on my channel. So that's all. I hope that this resonates with all of you, most of you, or some of you. If doesn't, double check your ascendants, zodiac sign reading, your moon reading, and Venus. Okay, so that's all. All the best for you. And for now, I'm inviting you for a small break, and after that break, we will continue with a monthly forecast, but this time for the last Earth Trine zodiac sign, which will be Virgo. Okay, so see you later. Welcome after break, and I would like to now start the monthly forecast for September 2024 for all of the Virgos. Welcome, Virgos. And let's go and have a look for your reading predictions. Right. So the first card, which is an actually major card, which I had been chosen for you, it's a card with a number 27, and it's the underworld. Okay, so let's have a look, and we will be just rectifying, verifying what does mean this to you. Okay, before I start, just give me a little bit chance to change something, some settings. Okay, there we go. And now, okay, so underworld, it's stating to you that a lot of you will be making some kind of shadow work. Shadow work, it means that you will need to, this is a good month as anyway, to use things like past regressions, hypnotherapy sessions. These are good times to dig deeper in your soul and the subconscious mind in regards of the blockages, some kind of things which they are blocking you and they are programming your subconscious to cause you an obstacles in your present lifetime. So this month is definitely very spiritual. This month is very much so needed and some kind of internal work. I must say that this is something which is actually the kind of energy which affecting lots of zodiacs in this month. But for you will be working on very deep level, because even that card is very saying about the underworld. So check what is under every single circumstances, what kind of situation in your life, what kind of lessons they bring in. Did you learn from that as well? If you will kind of understand why and how your shadow work in this way or that way, you are releasing certain past karmas by working with that and acknowledging your shadows and starting working and not let this shadow actually lead your life no more in you know, not conscious level. So that's very important. If it's about this month as well, look after yourself very vigilantly. Why? Because I've got a fifth card. Fifth card is the people, surroundings, which might actually use you to benefit them. It might be a people who, it might be a situation from your past as well. In a relationship matter or any other matter that you have been just used as much and just left abandoned, depleted, energetically, emotionally. Even you might be actually dealing with the people who actually cheated on you, or you might be dealing with the people who might want to lie to you or you know, use you in certain ways. So there's a big possibilities in this month to trigger or kind of universe will actually put in front of you this type of people again, or some new people with the same agenda to test you. Did you learn your lessons? Did you understand that you can't trust everybody and everyone? Okay, why I'm saying this is a huge challenge for you. Okay, this is very huge to be a person who using discernment, who actually checking people vigilantly before you acting or trusting them. Okay, so it's very important. Even if that's the people who are in power or above you, it doesn't mean that they should actually treat you in a certain way. So you need to be very clever and use your intuition and definitely the lessons from your past. Okay, this could be in different areas of your life. So for many of you, it might be completely different areas of your life. For one of you, it might be a relationship matter. For one of you, a completely different you know, sector of your life. The second information, it's saying that if you're counting that for money in this month, to get some money from the certain institutions, and you thinking that those institutions which you will give the sudden wealth or give you the money that you need, unfortunately I don't see that this will happening in September. I see in September that you might thinking that some institution, or you will have some tax return or whatever it is, you will counting for that money, but they won't come to you. There is a reason for that. The reason for that is just because those institutions might actually be not happy actually to give that money to those people, or they might make mistakes or whatever it is in there, or you might make mistakes of counting that you actually deserve for some money when actually you don't. So there is a certain problems in that matter here, okay? Especially if you counting for money from, I don't know, some governmental support or some governmental institution, you might not receive it in this month, at least. What else I'm seeing in here? From the card, I'm seeing that you kind of in your own mental prison. What I'm saying is that you wasting your time on certain thinking or rethinking or overthinking about something which actually makes you stuck in certain situations. You're losing your time on it. You're not actually using your abilities to move things forward, and the time is very important in this month. So it's saying if you will be still sitting on something and just only rethinking, and you're not implementing an action, you might actually waste your time and actually losing some opportunities in this month. The tea leaf cards say me a moon, so it might be that this month might be a little bit foggy. You might not see things clearly, but the changes in your life will come in towards you, okay? Some of you might actually wishing upon a star, or try to thinking that about to get to the life which you want to get. However, this is a lot of delusional thinking in here, and especially in a situation when in September there is some people actually working against you or behind your back. This might be actually a case that they are people like that working against your back, but for many reasons, and many of you, I see that, a lot of Virgos, they might thinking that somebody working against you, well, actually it's an illusion. It's a kind of wrong way or wrong intuition saying to you untruthful information about some people. This might make you suspicious. That might make you a person who is very, very difficult to cooperate with, okay? There will be some information coming towards you this month, and there will be in regards in your holidays, your vacation, or some kind of time of the rest from the job. So to maybe you're waiting for confirmation to book your holidays, to book your certain confirmation to get some money back, or things like that. I see that there will be some positive news in regards of that. So yeah, so that's kind of positive thing. What is your actually blessings in this month? It's good to be patient in this month, and being patient with achieving something is very good, okay? The rebirth, the things which you want to move forward, they will happen, but not as quick as you wish to. So this month will lead you and asking you to work with your toxicity internally and externally. There will be some challenges in front of you, but they will learn you a lesson of being how to be a patient person, okay? So that's all what I'm seeing in here from those cards for you, my dear Virgos. If it's about the astrological dices, I see in here the planet Mars upside down, the sixth house, which is your house of the Virgos, and Aquarius. So the sixth house is all about day-to-day basis life, health, and as well the work. Mars upside down, it means that you might don't have enough energy or force and life force to deal with certain people, because Aquarius it's a people, as well information from social media, information from the mainstream media, information from on like kind of as well working with some kind of new technology which is based on some certain application and things like that. You might not have energy to do it, or you might those certain application or certain technical things, IT things, might trigger you and make you angry. So I see some kind of problems with that, okay? But this is something which you can overcome, okay, sooner or later. What else? The Celtic runes. Celtic runes in here saying that don't be what actually happening to you in this month. It's first the energy which is actually going out from going deeper towards in September 2024. It's an anxious energy. Anxious energy is the kind of misinformation, lack of information, problems with the communications, some kind of mistakes, wrong guiding, wrong information, which you actually might deal with a month before when Mercury was in retrograde mode movement. This is going to the past, okay? So that's actually good. Whatever actually lack of information or action, or if you wait for some kind of news or something and they wouldn't come in August, they will move and come to you in September, okay? What is the challenge in here? The challenge in here is the rune of the petrol, using correctly your intuition, guidance, and as well being open to some kind of new circumstances, new challenges in your life. The petrol saying that it's good in this month to actually risk in certain areas of your life where you normally wouldn't risk. So if something will, for example, by the chance, will be presented to you, and life will offer you a new position or a potential for a new job or things like that, just go directly and catch that. Why I'm saying that? Because the runes which will be leading this month is a rune Tivas. Tivas is very good for kind of administrative tasks, dealing with the institutions, and as well it might be that you actually will be presented with some kind of answers from institution which you will need to work and do things accordingly. So it might be that you might have received some letters from the court or letters from your employer or whatever it is, and you will have to quickly work on that. So that's kind of energy I'm seeing in here. If it's about the tarot dice, you've got following dices. So I've got a page of wand, which is upside down, which is energy of the past. It might be again some of the projects, some of the circumstances from the previous months or month before. I mean August. It might they stuck. You couldn't actually move them forward because there was some kind of opposite energy to that. So some of the projects couldn't be approachable. This puts you in a mode of the Nine of Chalices upside down. So in a mood like, oh, I'm not happy about this. I would like to actually, move things forwards, be more happy, finish with that, and then go along with my life. So that's kind of things where you, for example, expecting some kind of contact information from somebody who you're dating with, and you haven't achieved that. You don't know what is the reason for that, and that's making you a little bit stressed and nervous. So in this month, actually, you will receive that information. You will receive things, and you will push things forward. And if we're talking about the work life, we've got a 10 of Wands in the crown of this dice spread. 10 of Wands upside down, it means that if you were overloaded with a task in August, now in September there is a time to actually move that task to certain areas or different people, okay? Or again, it might be if it was very lazy period in August due to the vacation or holidays, in this month it might be much more busier, or because of that will be even more job to do, okay? This might not make you happy, but like I said, you need to learn patience and be more approachable with organizing your tasks. And definitely what might help is the 7 of Wands And some of you who are a people pleaser might have problems in this month, because you need to have a strong barriers to saying no to certain tasks, or to saying to your boss, listen, it's a lot tough to do. I'm the only one person, and I'm pretty much sure that I can't handle everything. I will do the best what I can, but you will need to actually direct certain tasks to someone else. So that's what I'm seeing in here. In that communication matter. So now we will go straight away to your energy for September, my dear Virgos. So your energy is in the Queen of the Swords. Queen of the Swords is the person who is in the right position. She is known by the strong boundaries, know what to do, how to do, and nobody will tell her what she's supposed to do. Your emotional energy is in the Wheel of Fortune upside down. It means that in this month or in following, energy time, where you will have to deal with certain changes in your work structure or some kind of unexpected situation, okay? But you will do this very well. I see the King of Swords as well, so that's your actually, partner. You might be dealing as well with some kind of commitment with your bosses, and your boss will be demandful in regards of your task of things, or asking you to adopt very quickly to the changes. You will do that. You will be all right with that. However, if it's about some kind of, I would say, relationship or marriages in here, I would say that the things which is missing in here, it's a kind of family times. It's a time of the connection between the around the children, around the task. That's kind of disappointing for you, because it's all about job tasks, and getting where you want to do. Six of Wands upside down, it means that you're lacking a success. You want to achieve certain success, and as well, with this cooperation, sometimes it's very difficult to build up those strong relationships between the people. You might be in a situation when you will have to be very strict, very strong and demandful to your environment. Okay, or your boss might be not very how to say, easy approachable towards you. It will be very demandful. What is the kind of obstacle which you need to look? Be careful if you planning any journeys, any travels in September, or if one of your children is planning any kind of movement September's of travels, because there is something which might be not going very well. Some of your children might need help with education. Some of the children might travel to the school or moving out to dormitory. They will probably need a support or things like that. Okay. Okay, there is some resentment. It means that maybe your children growing and moving out from your home, and that's something which it's hard for you as a mother. Okay. There might be a situation when life is actually presenting some kind of life-changing situation for your family, for your home, where you don't feel very happy with these changes. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing in here as a first kind of energy in the spread. Okay, so let's have a look what this month presenting to you. And additional cards for Sun, Virgos, Moon, Virgos, Venus, and the risings. Okay. And the back of the situation is a Four of Wands upside down. You might spend more time recently or now in your job rather than in your home. Yeah, and that's probably affecting your love life or your marriage or certain cooperation in the family. it might be some kind of new opportunities as well in regard for your children, one of your children. That is the base of the situation. In the middle of the month, we've got a page of wands upside down. So it might be one of your children, children from the fire sign, might be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Might be a person who need a guidance, who need help with education or things like that. The things are not going very good for that person, for those child. It might be as well that you waiting for information from the lawyer, from from the doctor in regard of some kind of matter as well, and that is in the center of the spread. So that's very, very important things, like waiting for some information to move forward and things like that. In the root cause of the situation is the King of Cups. Six of Pentacles. So it might be that you actually have as well some kind of information and changes from your bosses in your job as well. And that is in the center as well. And the root cause of that is that you are not happy with these changes. You might not happy as well with how your child it's working or doing things, or what is his progression in a job or in university or in a school or whatever it is. There is something to need to be mended. Okay. What is going to the past? Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles upside, reversed, and it's translated by the Seven of Swords. It might be that what is going to the past? They go in some situation in your job when you were unsure of your position or any structure in your job, or maybe there was some hidden information which you don't know if you are stable on your position on your job. If it's about a private matter like love life matter, you might don't know actually about some kind of hidden information about the financial matter of your house, or financial matter of your children, your husband or your wife, or whatever it is. Definitely there is something hidden from you in regards of the finance, spending, savings, and things like that. Okay, but this is going to the past. You will be focused in this month on the Nine of Pentacles. What is it? Okay, so Nine Pentacles is translated by the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So this month you will be definitely focused on your job task, on your projects which are making you happy, and as well try to deal with both things, family and projects. You might actually sometimes as well do an additional job and be flexible to your employer. Some of you might thinking and dreaming about those of you who are looking for a new job. I'm seeing that you will be actively looking for a job, but for a job which will be more flexible to your needs. Okay, so that is the area which I'm seeing you will be active with. What will be obstacle or demands are helpful in this month for you? It's a Two of Cups, and it's translated by the Five of Swords. So that's challengeable energy. You might have difficult time with the corporations, with the relationships, any kind of. It might be some kind of arguments. It might be some kind of problems. And these problems might be caused by the job or by whatever actually you want to achieve in your life. It might be some kind of fears or some kind of past arguments coming towards your present partner or whatever it is. It's like there are some arguments because one of you have something towards you because it's unhappy, and then you're dragging some kind of situation from the past and things like that. That's what I'm seeing. So that won't be helpful, okay? If it's about what this month have in store with you, there is a Queen of Cups, which is in reverse. It's stating to me that some person from your family, it might be your mom, your mother-in-law, there is a lady figure who actually might trigger in you and causing the problems in your life. The answer is try to find the best solution to don't deal with this person, this toxic person in your life. Trying to organize the family time, like to have a free time for yourself and to relax yourself. That's something which will be helping you to achieve and going through this month, especially when your energy is described by the Death card. It means that you need a time for transformation. It's actually you're going through, I think, a lot. You're trying to actually work on some kind of changes in your job. You might actually have very demandful time in your job. You might be at risk of losing a job for some of you, not many of you, but you might think in that way. You will be under a lot of pressure by your bosses. So definitely the time, quality time for yourself is very needed in this month. External forces and external energy is a Three of Cups upside down. So there might be people around you in a job, or people who surrounding you who maybe have good fun times, but on the cost of you, okay? Okay, so those people might trigger in you. It might be in a workplace, that will be a people who will be very selfish and they will be thinking only about their asses, I could say. And they will have a lot of disagreement towards you. So if you are thinking that you can actually push them to make certain jobs, I don't think that this will work, okay? The same thing if it's about your partner which you are in a relationship with. They might be going towards their happy times. They won't actually like to hear you moaning or whatever it is. And they will be like focus on themselves, okay, and their own happiness, and this might trigger you as well. For people who are looking for a new job opportunities, the information is in here that if you will look for new opportunities, I think it's not very good month for it. Yes, it's good to work on yourself and think what type of job will make you happy. If you are in a job which doesn't make you happy, and then making a like step forwards to release your resentment arguments with the people, or to look for some opportunities which will be better for you. But however, in this month, I think you will find out a lot of problems to dealing with the people, with the teamwork, and that might cause problems with your future employment, okay? And I don't see that actually you're moving forwards to finding a new job. If it's about looking for somebody new for singles, this card saying that there won't be enough opportunities to meet somebody, and actually it will be better off if you will spend that time to make yourself comfortable and to benefit and calm your nerves down rather than looking for someone else, okay? What is actually a worrying or fears towards this month? It's the Ace of Wands reverse. Let's have a look what does mean to you. Nine of Pentacles. So it will be very good in this month to look after how you eat, how you spending your time. Maybe it's good to cut off from any addictions like drinking, overeating, and things like that. This is something which is the area of your challenge, okay? And how you're finishing this month with the energy of Eight of Swords, sorry, transferred by the Four of Wands, Strength, and the Six of Cups. So I see an energy in here that you might end up with the circumstances where you will need some kind of force and then inner self-esteem and energy to break out the old habits. So what makes you stuck is actually to sticking to the old way of resolving things, old way of doing things. If you are on the job where accept it as it is, even if it's boring job, I don't see any changes in here. I see the certain challenges, yes, but you are staying where you are right now, just because you don't see any option above of that. For those people who are actually in a state that you want to have a changes, the thing is that until you will raise that inner power and be ready to go outside of your comfort zone and comfortability, then it will be difficult to achieve that. So this month is good to finally see what is your obstacles, what are actually blocking you from achieving things. And a lot of time is your own habits, your own narrow thinking. Okay, so let's have a look what is the additional information in the spread for you. So stay with me for a moment. That will be additional repeating numbers of the cards, which will give you an extra information if we've got repeat cards in the spread. So let's have a look. There's no repeating cards, so I will go directly to the guidance for this month. So that's 11th, 13th, 27, 31, 40, 53, 66, 69, 70, 78, 78 given a devil card. So the devil card saying to me that this is a good month to break any kind of addictions, any kind of toxic way how you're living your life. It's very good to drop smoking, drinking, overeating, whatever it is which is blocking. This month is good to see and look on your shadow and see that this is a time finally to break your kind of old style of living. Okay, so that's the one message. The second message is 11, 13, 14, 27, that's 5, 9, 18, 18, 9, 22, 3, 4, 12. And again, the second kind of information is a Hangerman card. Hangerman is saying, look at that area of your life very deeply inside of you, which they are blocking, which making you hanging on that tree, which doesn't move and progress things forward. Because it's a lot of things in regards of this addiction, attachment, and the wrong way of seeing things. Okay, so that's all. And another, that's the last bit of this reading for you. That's a kind of extra information for different astrological Virgos. First one, it's a Sun Virgo, so it's a Zodiac Virgos. The second one is a Lunar Virgos, which have birth moon placed in the Virgo, Venus Virgos, and the rising ones. So what we have in store for you. So for astrological Zodiac Virgos, I got an 8 of Pentacles translated by the Page of Pentacles. This is very good month for lifting up your qualification, actually making a very detailed hard job, focusing on the details, and developing some new skill sets and expanding your knowledge. That's very good month for this. For a lunar, for a moon Virgos, I see the High Priestess upside down and the Chariot. This might be a month when you might be very confused which direction to choose in your love life or in the in your life generally. And I see that a lot of those blockages is just because you've got a blocked third eye and crown chakra. So it will be good to actually clear that until you make decision. It's a good month as well to go and look for some support from people who are specialized with spiritual works or tarot reading, things like that. That person might help you with the right direction and choosing the right path. If you want to book a session with me, feel free to do that. For Venus Virgos, I have 10 of Wands reverse and 10 of Wands up again. So it's actually directly underlining this energy. So this month might be very, very difficult for you, very demandful in regards of the lots of things to handle and lots of things to do. And I'm afraid that this is a point of the breaking point where you will realize that you need to ask for help from somebody, from family members, from surroundings, or you can't do alone with no support all those things. Okay, so seek the support, seek the help. That's very important for this month. And the last card is for a rising Virgos who've got an ascendant, natal chart board ascendant placed in Virgo. For you is a 6 of Cups reverse and it's translated by the World card. So I'm seeing in here that you actually closing certain cycles with your children. Perhaps some of your children grown as adult, they moving out from your house, and now you actually need to think what next things you can do and achieve in your life, and having additional time for yourself. Okay. There is a lot of sorrow about that, but at the same time it's very exciting because you might, if you will look in that direction, that this is a time when you finally can do something for yourself or develop yourself. That would be great things to do for your home. You might change in your home as well. For some of you, you might thinking, you might change in a place of living, even going abroad, and you will have a lot of sentiments of doing that. Okay. What else? You might miss your children if they are grow adult children, if they are living abroad. So maybe it's a good to communicate with them through the social media communicators. Even if distance is between you and them, you can still have an contact in that way. So that's all what I have for you. Okay. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being with me. Feel free, and I would like to ask you, and if that resonates with you, if that helped you, if for some reason to be appreciated, please do subscribe this channel, hit that like button, share this content, or leave your comments. That will be very appreciated to develop the channel. And I'm talking about all of the English audience watching my horoscopes and obviously readings. It will be more of them in next following months predictions. So I hope that all of the month will be good for you. All the best, and see you soon with a monthly prediction for next following month in October. See you soon, and thank you for listening. Until the next time.